Your teacher asks you, quickly, what's 20 plus 15? And you think for a while, and you're like, 35. Oh wait, is that correct? And then you go onto your phone, 20 plus 15, 35. Oh yeah, it is. Yes, sir. And he looks at you very disappointed, like, could you not have done that in your head? And you did do that in your head, but because of your reliance on technology to do the thinking for you, you had to check on your calculator. And honestly, that was very unnecessary. I feel like the use of social media has caused a lot of brain rot. You probably know the concept of that, where we watch fast-paced, high animation, high sound effect videos, which generally glues us more towards those videos and causes this effect where we can't think critically as well as we could have before we watched brain rot content. And I feel like because you're not in a high pressure stress environment, eustress I mean, not distress. Eustress is the good kind of stress where you get thinking and you have a limited time to solve a problem. That's very good for your brain. In a eustressful situation, like being a team leader in a restaurant, you have to take all the people's dietaries and get the correct requirements noted down in your head before you serve the plates. Now, there's time pressure to that, and there's a lot to remember. That's what I call an anti-brain rot exercise, because you are using your brain for something useful, like you're doing mental maths, and that's helping to train your brain to be smarter and ultimately healthier. So I've been a team leader about 10 times across the course of my 100 shifts as a waiter. And I feel like from all the experiences I've had and mistakes I've made from being team leader, it's made me better at doing my job permanently and has given my brain new experiences, so that in a eustressful situation where I have to think for myself, I do better than before because I have made those mistakes. You have to remember, mistakes are not a bad thing. This took me a very, very long time to overcome because I have Asperger's syndrome. I'm a perfectionist, I struggle with it. But even so, when I make a mistake, it heavily affects me, and it takes me time to process that mistake in order to correct myself and not make that mistake again. We all get things wrong sometimes, and it hurts our egos. But once you learn from it, you become a better person because of it. You're literally the same person, but with one more experience in the memory bank, and that will influence the decisions you make in the future permanently better. And I think the most important mistakes that I learned from growing up with Asperger's syndrome are the ones I made in social situations where I would come across with some autistic behaviours that the neurotypical popular peers would pick up on, and they would outcast me from the group. For 5 years now, I have not had that social outcasting anymore because I have managed to improve my social skills to the point where no one can tell that I have Asperger's syndrome anymore. Therefore, in social settings, I get the same level of respect as everyone else. So with my lifelong experience of having Asperger's syndrome, I have launched my one-to-one coaching package where I help other people with autism or people who think they have autism to overcome their social difficulties in the same way. Please check the link in the description if you want to learn more. And remember, don't succumb to brain rot. I've just told you all the benefits of it. That includes relying on technology to solve your problems, relying on handouts or deadline extensions to give you more time to get the work done, because it only encourages further procrastination and it encourages you to use your brain power a bit less. You've got to watch out for that trap. Do the very best you can for your brain. Keep your mental health and productivity in check. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and see you in the next video.